Chapter 3601, Deduction of the Ultimate Chonggong Kung Fu. 10,000 churches. This is a relatively loose organization, but its strength is not weak. There is a strong man at the 26th level, and there are also many strong men at the 20th level and above. There are millions of members in the organization. In the area of Wanzhong Mountain, one church's strength can be ranked among the top 30. Other forces are very strict in reviewing members who join, but one church does not review them very much. As long as they are not obviously members of other forces and have some skills, they can join the Fengjiao hierarchy. This day, Yi Tian came to a branch of one church and chose to join one church. He showed a little bit of the skills of the secret master, and his cultivation level was not low, so he easily entered Wanzhao Church. After that, he refined the Chonggong Xuanyi for Wanzhao and obtained contribution points. After collecting enough contribution points, he could exchange them for the secret recipe of the top Chonggong Xuanyi. Soon, he showed his level of refining the high-grade Chong Palace Zon liquid with a purity of 95%, attracting the attention of the top leaders of Wanzhao Church. Wanji Church, Beiki Ancient City Branch. Archdeacon Bai Junshin holds information about Yi Tian in his hand. A casual cultivator can actually refine a high-grade Chonggong Zon liquid with a purity of 95%. This person is not simple. However, even if the origin is not simple, we, one church, will still reuse it. Yi Tian's secret master is of extremely high standard. Give him the secret recipe of the top Chongyang Zon liquid golden secret water. If he can refine it and the purity is above 85%, we will vigorously train him. Bai Junshin ordered. Soon, this order was carried out. The one church actually gave me the secret recipe for the top-grade heavy palace mysterious liquid, golden secret water. Yi Tian was a little surprised, but this was a good thing for him. Immediately, he began to study the golden secret water. With his state of mind, he could easily study the golden secret water and start refining it. Of course, he would not directly show the level of being too evil. Although he succeeded in refining it directly, he deliberately pretended to be a failure. After a period of time, he showed that he had refined it to 70% purity, and then improved the purity step by step. In fact, he quickly refined gold secret water with 100% purity, and then improved his calendar. With 100% pure gold secret water, his cultivation level improved quickly. The first level of the 13th heaven. The second level of the 13th heaven. The third level of the 13th heaven. Not long after, his cultivation reached the 9th level of the 13th heaven, and he also revealed the secret gold water with a purity of 95%. Immediately, he was brought to the big event by Junshin. Meet the Archdeacon, Yi Tian said respectfully. He has some understanding of this great deacon. He has a cultivation level of the 21st level, and his strength is not weak. He is a gathering of important officials at the imperial level. With the strength of his current clone, he is naturally no match for this archdeacon. Yi Tian, you are very good. You can refine the top-grade Chonggong Zon liquid to a purity of 95%. From now on, the refining work of Wanzhao's various top-grade Chonggong Zon liquid will be left to you. In addition, the salary will be greatly improved. Bai Junshin said. Thank you Archdeacon. Yi Tian thanked him. Really. In the days that followed, his status improved a lot. He had enough resources, and the task of refining the top-level Chonggong Xuanli was also very simple for him, it wouldn't take long. In addition, he can also enter the mysterious book library of Wanzhao Church and browse many books. Even ordinary books are much more mysterious than those of the Master of Zilan Mountain. If he could browse the entire Wanzhao classics, he would be sure to create the ultimate Chong Palace cultivation technique and the ultimate Chong Palace secret technique. But he doesn't have this status yet. Attach yourself to Wan Guo Guo first, and use Wan Guo Guo's resources to increase your strength. Yi Tian thought to himself. In the days that followed, he refined a large amount of top-notch Chong Palace Zon liquid, and his strength became higher and higher. A long time passed. Yi Tian's cultivation has finally reached the 16th level, and he has perfected the Jadao Blood Armor, Jadao Blood Blade, and Jadao Blood Escape to the point where they are very close to the ultimate Chongyang secret method. Nowadays, his real combat power should be very close to the strong men of the 20th heaven. It's a pity that the top Chonggong Xuanyi won't be of much help to him. He must get the secret recipe of Tonggong Jindan. So on this day, he showed that he had refined the top-grade Chonggong Zon liquid with 100% purity, which immediately shocked Baijin Mountain. Then, he applied to redeem the secret recipe of Chonggong Jindan. After review, the senior officials all agreed. Obviously, Yi Tian is so evil that they all want to cultivate Yi Tian so that Yi Tian can refine a large number of Chong Palace golden pills. No matter which force it is, there is a lack of secret masters who can refine the Chonggong golden pill. So, Yi Tian shows this potential, they will naturally cultivate it. In this way, Yi Tian quickly obtained the secret recipe of a Chonggong Jindan called Julong Jindan. After he obtained the secret recipe of the 9 Dragons golden pill, after studying it for a period of time, he was able to successfully refine the 9 Dragons golden pill, and the purity reached 90%. After that, he continued to perfect it, and soon he refined the 9 Dragons golden pill with 100% purity. Relying on the 100% pure 9 Dragons golden pill, his cultivation level quickly broke through to the 17th level, and his true combat power was comparable to the 2nd level. In the following years, he kept a low profile. Although he showed more than 70% of the 9 Dragons golden elixir, he did not continue to produce higher quality 9 Dragons golden elixir. The top management of Wanzhou Church gradually stopped paying so much attention to him. And Yi Tian relied on a large amount of 100% pure 9 Dragons golden pill, and his cultivation level continued to skyrocket. Finally, on this day, he promoted his cultivation to the 20th level, and he hid his cultivation so that no one in the church knew about it. With his current combat power, he is enough to match the strong men of the 24th heaven. There are only a few people in the 10,000 churches who can match him. But even so, he did not expose himself. His strength is not worth mentioning in the entire Wanzhong mountain, so he naturally does not dare to make a high profile. In the years that followed, Yi Tian focused on collecting various top Chonggong exercises and spending time creating the ultimate Chonggong exercises. His main focus now is to thoroughly understand the Chonggong system and use his own experience to create the ultimate Chonggong technique. This definitely takes a long time, but it can be done. A long period of time passed, Yi Tian collected a large number of Chonggong Kung Fu, and then transferred it to the main body. Another space-time line, the Sea of Dimensions. Yi Tian's body obtained the countless Chong Palace secrets, and then began to use the duplicate body here to deduce, which made the deduction many times faster. After a period of time, Yi Tian's cloned body finally performed the ultimate Chonggong Kung Fu. Chapter 3602 Cloud Mist Golden Pill, the deal is concluded. The ultimate Chong Palace level of 10,000 Dharma Chong Palace has finally been launched. Yi Tian said excitedly, once he condenses the ultimate Chong Palace level of 10,000 Dharma Chong Palace, his strength will skyrocket, and his cultivation speed will also accelerate. By then, there will be no problem in fighting across 6 or 7 major realms. Immediately, he transmitted the ultimate Chonggong technique to another time and space. After a period of time, this ultimate heavy palace technique was successfully transmitted to the clone in another time and space line. 10,000 Mountains, the ancient city of worshipping the moon. Yi Tian received the ultimate Chong Palace level 10,000 methods Chong Palace technique from his body, and immediately began to rebuild the 10,000 Fa Chong Palace. A period of time passed, and the Wanfa Chong Palace was successfully rebuilt and reached the ultimate Chong Palace level, and his aura became more terrifying and his strength was much stronger. After that, he used his body to deduce the ultimate Chong Palace secret technique, and also perfected the Jita Blood Armor, Jita Blood Blade, and Jita Blood Escape to the level of the ultimate Chong Palace secret technique. And it took him a while to successfully perfect the ultimate Chong Palace secret technique, and it took him another period of time to practice these 3 ultimate Chong Palace secret techniques to a state of perfection. And at this time, his cultivation has reached the 21st level, but his real combat power has reached the 27th or even the 28th level. In other words, the strongest members of Wanzhou are no longer his opponents. This day, Yi Tian sneaked into the core library of Wanzhou's martial arts books without being discovered by anyone. Here he browsed the most precious classics of Wanzhou and learned the true secret of the heavy system. After practicing the heavy palace system to the 36th level, you have to understand the rules of the ultimate heavy palace and step into the ultimate realm, also called the ultimate palace master, and the top existence in this space-time line is called the eternal ultimate palace lord. The master of the eternal ultimate palace should be equivalent to my level of the ultimate master of the time and space line. But how many eternal ultimate palace masters there are in this time and space line, the little Wanzhou church doesn't know. At this moment, Yi Tian knew the final achievements of this time-space line cultivation system, and felt a little confident in his heart. There should be no eternal ultimate palace master here in Wanzhong Mountain, but he didn't know whether there was an ultimate palace master. If there is any force that has the ultimate palace master, then the most likely one is the number one force in Wanzhong Mountain, Thunder Prison Palace. The Thunder Prison Palace is the most mysterious and powerful strength of Wanzhong Mountain. There are many practitioners above the second Bcaf 10th heaven, and other forces do not dare to provoke the Thunder Prison Palace. Therefore, there may be an ultimate palace master in the Thunder Prison Palace. Of course, this is just Yi Tian's guess. He doesn't know the specific situation. This day, in the days that followed, Yi Tian used the resources of Wan Gukao to rapidly increase his strength, and unknowingly raised his cultivation level to the 25th level. At this time, even with the ultimate Chong Palace cultivation technique, his cultivation level was improving very slowly, mainly because the 9 Dragons Golden Pill was completely useless to him. Under normal circumstances, the 9 Dragons Golden Pill is not very helpful to practitioners above the 23rd heaven. He can quickly ascend to the 25th heaven because the palace of 10,000 dharmas is too heaven-defying. But now, he has no resources, and it is too difficult to improve his cultivation level, unless he improves it bit by bit over a long period of time, but that is too time-consuming. The 9 Dragons Golden Pill is too weak. I need a better Heavy Palace Golden Pill, which is an intermediate Heavy Palace Golden Pill, instead of a low-level Heavy Palace Golden Pill like the 9 Dragons Golden Pill. Wanwei Church does not have the secret recipe for the intermediate Chonggong Golden Elixir. If there is, Wanwei Church's strength can definitely be improved to a higher level. The ancient city of worshipping the moon. Inside the Black Soul Pavilion. Yi Tian came here, and he made an appointment with a practitioner of the 21st level, Gui Lao. The reason why he found this ghost Lao was because his identity was very mysterious and he knew everything. Get it, just give enough price. What do you want, Your Excellency? Gui Lao met Yi Tian and said the same thing. Secret recipe for the intermediate Chonggong Golden Pill. Yi Tian Dao, do you want the secret recipe for the intermediate Chonggong Jindan? The old ghost was a little surprised. This was not an ordinary thing. It was a very precious thing in the entire Wanzhong Mountain. Only the top powerful forces had it. Can you get it? Yi Tian asked. Okay, but what can you come up with? Gui Lao said with a smile. His strength is not good, but he has a strong backing in many channels. As long as he has enough benefits, he can get the secret recipe of the intermediate Chonggong Xuanjindan. Whoosh, Yi Tian waved his hand, and densely packed low-level Chonggong Jindan appeared. At first glance, Gui Lao didn't take it seriously. After all, it was just some low-level Chonggong Jindan. What was the point of having a large number? But he was quickly shocked. Are these low-grade Chonggong Jindan with 100% purity? The old ghost took a breath. Yes, you should understand that the value of low-level Chonggong Jindan with 100% purity can quickly improve the cultivation level of practitioners below the 23rd level without any side effects. It is rare in the world and cannot be bought by the outside world. Yi Tian rode. Your Excellency is the secret master. Gui Lao tried his best. This doesn't seem to be the scope of the transaction, right? Yi Tian asked. The ghost old man stopped asking, but said, these low-level Chonggong Jindan can be exchanged for the secret recipe of the intermediate Chonggong Jindan. You can come back after 3 Chonggong years. Good, Yi Tian agreed and left immediately. And just after Yi Tian left, a figure appeared. The aura on his body was far beyond that of Gui Lao. He was a practitioner of the 27th heaven. Prisoner, this practitioner is probably a secret master who can refine low-grade Heavy Palace Golden Elixir with 100% purity, but with his level, why doesn't he join some top forces? Then you can easily get the secret recipe of the intermediate Heavy Palace Golden Elixir. Gui Lao said doubtfully. It's very simple. Either he has offended a powerful existence and dare not show up, or he is unwilling to join other forces. Qi Zun said. Zun, do we really want to collect the secret right of the intermediate Heavy Gold Elixir and give it to him? Old Ghost asked. Collect, this transaction is a good deal for us. By the way, we can sell his information to other forces and make a lot of money. Prisoner Zun said with a smile. The prisoner is wise. The old ghost nodded. In the blink of an eye, 3 Chonggong years passed. This day, Yi Tian came here again and met with Gui Lao. Gui Lao took out the secret recipe of the intermediate Chonggong Jindan, and Yi Tian also took out a large amount of low-level Chonggong Jindan with 100% purity to complete the transaction. Open black lens bracket cloud and mist golden elixir close black lens bracket. He made sure there was nothing wrong with the secret recipe and put it away. A pleasure to work with. Ghost Old Wei. After Yi Tian left, the information about him was sold by Gui Lao and others. A secret master who can refine a 100% pure low-grade Heavy Palace Golden Elixir is a hot commodity. Although Yi Tian has hidden his identity and does not know where he belongs, he is definitely not one of the top forces in Wanzhong Mountain. Then they dare to offend. Chapter 3603 The 30th Heaven. Not long after Yi Tiansai walked out, a strong man appeared in front of him. Dear Secret Master, are you interested in chatting? The strong man spoke. Yi Tian judged that this person was a strong man of the 27th level, and he definitely came from a certain top-level calendar. What do you mean? Yi Tian asked. This person did not mince words and said, you are able to refine low-level heavy palace golden elixir with 100% purity. Our blood temple would like to invite you to join. What if I don't join? Yi Tian asked back. He has some knowledge about the blood temple. The 7th force in Wanzhong Mountain is much more powerful than Wan Church. The blood temple has an existence above the 30th level. Just send out a strong person and you can destroy all churches. If you don't join, you die. The strong man threatened. Sorry, I'm not interested in joining the blood temple. Yi Tian refused directly. If he really joined the blood temple, he would definitely be controlled and would have no freedom. Although he is sure to get rid of the blood temple, he will not compromise. Therefore, he will not agree to the other party's invitation. At this moment, he can also guess that Gui Lao betrayed him, but he thinks it is normal. For the sake of profit, people like Gui Lao are willing to trade anything, so they will naturally trade their own information. This is normal. Court death. The strong man was ready to capture Yi Tian directly. Others did not dare to take action in Baiyu Ancient City, but he was not afraid. Even the city lord of Baiyu Ancient City did not dare to attack him. In an instant, this space was shrouded in a terrifying force. The 8th level blood god realm. This is an emperor level secret method of the palace. He has cultivated it to the level of Dachang, and directly pulled Yi Tian into the 8th level blood god realm. But the next moment, a bloody blade penetrated his 8th level blood god realm and body. This is the ultimate Changgu secret technique performed by Yi Tian, Jidao blood blade. Yi Tian is in the 25th heaven, and the opponent is in the 27th heaven, but the foundation, the secret method of the Chang Palace, and the opponent are too far apart, so naturally they are far from his opponent. With one blow, this strong man was instantly killed. Subsequently, Yi Tian left quickly and hid his figure. The strong men who were staring at Yi Tian lost track of him. Moreover, Yi Tian hid his identity and disappeared now. It will not be easy for them to find Yi Tian. The Yuan Shui envoy of the Blood Temple was instantly killed by the opponent. Gui Lao was shocked when he heard the news. He was afraid that Yi Tian would come to trouble him, so he immediately ran away and did not dare to stay in the ancient city of Baiyu. Thousands of churches. After Yi Tian came back, he kept a low profile for a while and then collected the materials to refine the intermediate Chonggong Jindan Yunwu Jindan. In the following days, he began to refine the Cloud Mist Golden Pill. At the beginning, the purity of the Cloud Mist Golden Elixir he refined was not high, so he sold it all and exchanged it for resources to purchase materials. Certainly, he did not sell the Cloud Mist Golden Elixir in the ancient city of worship, but went to other places to sell it. He hid his identity every time and did not cause any suspicion or trouble. After a period of time, the purity of the Yunyuan Golden Pill he refined could reach over 95%. But he was still not satisfied. He had to refine the Yunwu Golden Pill with 100% purity before giving it to himself. Just like that, another period of time passed. Yi Tian successfully refined the Yunwu Golden Pill with 100% purity, and then used the Yunyuan Golden Pill to improve his cultivation. The Cloud and Mist Golden Pill is helpful to practitioners with cultivation levels below the 28th level, but he can use the Cloud and Mist Golden Pill to advance his cultivation to the 30th level without any problem. In the days that followed, his cultivation improved rapidly. 26th level, 27th heaven. A long period of time passed, and his cultivation reached the 30th level of heaven. At this level, it would be difficult for him to fight across multiple realms, but he estimated that he could deal with ordinary Chapter 34 strong men. As for the existence of the 35th and 36th heavens, most of them are supreme level palaces. His ultimate palace is only one level higher, and it is difficult to cross so many realms to kill them. After reaching the 30th heaven, Yi Tian must obtain the secret recipe of the high-grade heavy palace golden elixir, so that he can refine the high-grade heavy palace golden elixir with 100% purity to quickly improve his cultivation. If I have a 100% pure high-grade heavy palace golden elixir, I can quickly advance my cultivation to the 36th level. By then, I will be nearly invincible under the ultimate extreme. ... Moreover, according to his understanding, if practitioners want to break through and become the ultimate palace master, They must understand the rules of the ultimate palace before they can break through to the ultimate palace. But it is too difficult to understand the rules of the ultimate heavy palace. At least here in Wanjiang Mountain, there is no way to understand the rules of the ultimate heavy palace. But one thing is certain, there is no ultimate palace, and there is no qualification to understand the rules of the ultimate palace. Qinjiang Ancient City. In a mansion, the ghost old man was enjoying the service of his servants. Suddenly, the void shifted, and he appeared in a strange environment. Who? Ghost Lao said in horror. Old ghost, long time no see. Yi Tian appeared and came to Gui Lao. 0. At this moment, he was dressed as he was when he first met Gui Lao, and Gui Lao naturally recognized him immediately. Hello, senior. He was very frightened. This was the terrifying god of killing who instantly killed the Yuan Shui envoy. Could it be that he wanted to take revenge on him? Don't worry, I won't kill you. Yi Tian said, I just want to get some information from you. Senior, please tell me. Ghost Old Wei, is there anyone at the ultimate palace master level here at Wanjiang Mountain? Yi Tian asked. Yes, Gui Lao quickly introduced. There are 3 palace masters of the Chong Palace here in Wanjiang Mountain, and they all belong to the Thunder Prison Palace, the #1 force in Wanjiang Mountain. There are 3 palace masters in the Thunder Prison Palace, and they are all the ultimate palaces. Lord, but the one who is currently in charge of the Thunder Prison Palace is the Lord of the 3rd Palace, the Lord of the Blood Palace. The other 2 palace owners have long since left the Thunder Prison Palace and their whereabouts are unknown. They should have gone to a distant place. 3 ultimate palace masters. Yi Tian was a little surprised. He didn't expect that Wanjiang Mountain's strength was pretty good. The strength of the ultimate palace master should correspond to that of the ultimate supreme master. His time and space line is in the final stage. If those ancient demons and ultimate ancient demons had not awakened, there would be more than a dozen ultimate supreme masters in his time and space line. Obviously, this time and space line still belongs to the heyday, no less than the ancient demon era. Later, Yi Tian asked Gui Lao again. Gui Lao always said what he knew and didn't dare to talk nonsense if he didn't know. Gradually, Yi Tian learned more about Wanjiang Mountain and many areas of this time and space line. Chapter 3604 Fog Pavilion. The old ghost is not very strong, and he doesn't know many secret things. Yi Tian asked many questions, and finally asked Gui Lao's origin. Old ghost, what force is behind you? Yi Tian asked. Gui Lao hesitated for a moment, but thinking that his life was still in Yi Tian's hands, he did not dare not answer. He had no choice but to reply, Senior, I belong to Yuanmeng. Yuan Alliance. What kind of force is this? Yi Tian frowned slightly. There was no Yuan Alliance among the forces on the Wanjiang Mountain side. The old man had no choice but to introduce. The Yuan League is the top force in the Mist Territory. The Fog Territory is one of the 36 realms of this space-time line, and Wanjiang Mountain is one of the sites in the Fog Territory. The reason why it is called the Mist Domain is that this domain is shrouded in a strange gray mist. Without the strength of the ultimate, 413, Palace Master, you cannot leave, otherwise you will be obliterated by the gray longevity energy. Under the introduction of the Ghost Elder, he also learned that the strength of Yuanmeng was actually not as good as that of Thunder Prison Palace. There was only one ultimate palace master, but there were more practitioners on the 30th heaven and their sphere of influence was very wide. But the main business scope is not Wanjiangshan. Yuanmeng only has one branch here in Wanjiang Mountain, but even a branch cannot be underestimated. Remember, I never came to find you. After Yi Tian finished speaking, he disappeared. He didn't kill Gui Lao, there was no point in killing him. On the contrary, if he needed information in the future, he might be able to rely on the power of Gui Lao or the Yuan Alliance. If he killed Gui Lao, he would undoubtedly offend the Yuan Alliance behind Gui Lao, which would not be cost-effective. After Yi Tian left, Gui Lao breathed a sigh of relief. He really thought that he would probably be killed, but he didn't expect that Yi Tian didn't kill him. There are still many strong people here in the 10,000 Chong Mountains, and there are even more strong people in the Mist Realm. There is definitely an eternal ultimate official village. Yi Tian understands these situations, at least he is no longer confused about this time and space line. In addition, he also learned from Gui Lao that the Yuan Alliance would not give out the secret recipe for the high-grade Chonggong Jindan. Almost no force was willing to give it out, and it was almost impossible to obtain it through normal means. Even if he joins some forces now, he still won't be recognized without serving for a long time. After all, the materials that can refine high-level heavy palace golden elixirs are rare, and there are not too few secretaries who can refine high-level heavy palace golden elixirs. They themselves lack the materials, so how can they cultivate new high-level heavy palace golden elixirs? Mystic. Therefore, no matter how high his level is, it is difficult to gain recognition. However, the besiegers still offered him the 10 Seasons Pavilion auction in 10 places. The Wu Pavilion auction will be held every few years. There are all kinds of treasures, as well as the secret recipe of high-level palace golden elixir. The Fog Pavilion is the most mysterious force in the Fog territory. There are many ultimate palace masters alone, and it is a force far superior to the Thunder Prison Palace and the Yuan Alliance. Of course, if you want to bid for the secret recipe of a high-level palace golden elixir, the price is not low, and you need a lot of top-grade secret crystals. Yi Tian now needs to earn a large amount of top-grade secret crystals and participate in the auction of Wu Pavilion, otherwise it will be difficult to obtain the secret recipe of the high-grade Chonggong Golden Pill. In the following years, Yi Tian continued to refine the intermediate Chong Palace Golden Elixir, but the purity was above 98% mixed with a small amount of 100% purity intermediate Chong Palace Golden Elixir, so it would not cause too much trouble. In this way, Yi Tian's accumulated wealth is getting richer and richer. Finally, he gathered together 30 million top-quality spiritual crystals, which was enough to exchange for the secret recipe of high-grade heavy palace golden elixir, because the last time the secret recipe of high-grade heavy palace golden elixir was sold, only more than 10 million top-quality spiritual crystals were sold. Therefore, he will definitely be able to compete for it, but it depends on whether the secret recipe of the high-grade Chonggong Golden Pill will be auctioned in this Wu Pavilion auction. Soon, Lu Zhao's auction will begin. Yi Tian came to Taiku Lidu, where the Wuj auction was held, and after showing off his wealth and cultivation, he easily got a spot. Anyway, Wuj doesn't care about the identity of the people participating in the auction. As long as they have enough top-quality spiritual crystals, they can participate. In the days that followed, Yi Tian stayed in Taiku Lidu, waiting for the auction to begin. This day, the auction has begun. Yi Tian came to the auction and sensed many powerful practitioners, including many who were above the 30th heaven. This shows how many powerful people the auction attracted. A practitioner of the 30th heaven like him is very inconspicuous, and no one cares about his identity. This is also a good thing for him. Soon after, the auction began. The auction was for a powerful man from the 35th level of Yuan Pavilion, Baidu. A strong man like Baizi was very famous in Wanzhong Mountain, but he was just an ordinary member of Wu Pavilion. Everyone, this auction in Wu Pavilion has officially begun. The first auction item is a supreme level heavy palace technique. Baizi opened his mouth and said, "The supreme level double palace kung fu is indeed very good, but it is meaningless to many practitioners. They also practice the supreme level double palace kung fu. However, there are a very small number of cultivators who only practice the Emperor-level Chong Palace Kung Fu, and they still yearn for the Supreme Chong Palace Kung Fu." As a result, a few practitioners here began to bid crazily, all wanting to bid for this Supreme Officer's technique. After that, some Supreme-level palace secrets were also put up for auction, as well as some special weapons and treasures. But the current bidders are all practitioners under the 30th heaven. The real good things have not come out yet, and the practitioners above the 30th heaven are not interested in participating in the auction. The next auction is the high-grade Chonggong Golden Pill, Wuji Boundary Breaking Pill, with a purity of 89%, which can help practitioners under the 33rd heaven break the shackles and break through the realm. The best secret crystal worth 10,000 yuan. 10.2. This treasure has attracted many practitioners, and even practitioners from the 35th level of heaven participated in the bidding. They may not need this Wuji Boundary Breaking Pill, but their descendants do. The Wuji Boundary Breaking Pill is a very special high-grade heavy palace golden elixir. The material is extremely rare and rarely appears. When they encounter it, they naturally don't want to give up. Yi Tian has no interest in such high-end Chonggong golden elixir. He is only interested in the secret recipe of high-end Chonggong golden elixir. Soon, this Wuji Boundary Breaking Pill was auctioned off by a practitioner of the 35th heaven for a high price of 32,000 top-grade secret crystals. Unknowingly, a large number of treasures were auctioned, including many treasures such as the Chonggong treasure, which can greatly enhance the combat power of practitioners. Chapter 3605 The Secret Recipe of Tianai Golden Pill. As time goes by, there are more and more good things, but there is still no secret recipe for high-end Chonggong Golden Pill, which makes Yi Tian a little anxious. Isn't it true that this year's Wu Pavilion auction will not auction the secret recipe of high-end Changgang Jindan? Yi Tian thought to himself. But soon, his worries disappeared. The next auction item is the high-grade Changgang Jindan, the secret recipe of Tianai Jindan. Tianai Jindan is a high-grade Changgang Jindan that can greatly increase the mana. And there is no need to worry about the copyright of this secret. Once you bid, if you have it, you can use it to refine or even sell it, and no forces will come to trouble you. The secret recipe of the high-end imperial elixir, the starting price is 5 million for the best secret crystal. Bai Ya introduced. Tianai Golden Pill. Many forces are interested in the secret recipe of this high-end imperial elixir and have participated in the bidding. Soon, the bidding price soared to 8 million, and it was still rising. It was not until 10 million of the best secret crystals that the number of bidders decreased. Yi Tian also participated in the bidding. No matter how much the other party quoted, the other party would not increase the bid. In short, it is impossible for him to give up the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill. Unknowingly, the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill has reached a terrifyingly high price of 13 million top-grade secret crystals. Many powerful people shook their heads and gave up bidding. However, there is still one force that seems destined to win, and Yi Tian continues to compete. 15 million top secret crystals. Yi Tian continued to quote, but the price still did not scare the other party. The other party directly quoted 15.5 million for the top secret crystal. It wasn't until Yi Tian quoted a high price of 17 million yuan for the top secret crystal that the other party gave up the bidding. In this way, he bid for the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill at a high price of 17 million top-grade secret crystals. He did not participate in the bidding for any good things after that. This time he had attracted enough attention and there was no need to continue to participate in the bidding for some treasures. Besides, with his growth rate, those treasures will soon be useless to him, so why should he bid for them? Gradually, this auction also came to an end. When a final item that helped to understand the rules of the ultimate heavy palace was auctioned, the auction ended completely. Yi Tian went to the backstage, paid the fee, took the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill, and then walked out of the auction venue. Outside Taikule capital, as soon as Yi Tian came out, he was surrounded by many cultivators. They all hid their identities, but their auras were very powerful. They all had cultivation levels that surpassed the heavens in Chapter 30. Hand over the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill. A practitioner of the 34th heaven ordered. Get away, Yi Tian said coldly, looking for death. This practitioner of the 34th heaven gave a look, and others came to attack him. These people were from the 31st to the 33rd heaven, and their cultivation levels were all higher than Yi Tian. But when Yi Tian's aura erupted, he used the Jadao blood armor to protect his body and slashed out the Jadao blood blade. The terrifying blood-colored light cut open the bodies of these practitioners and killed them 10 times. Not good. The practitioner of the 34th heaven was shocked. He wanted to rescue the others but was too late. He could only watch them being killed. You wanna die? He angrily attacked Yi Tian and started fighting with Yi Tian. Dang dang dang. In an instant, they collided countless times, but soon they could not withstand Yi Tian's attack. Their armor was torn and their bodies were penetrated, so they had no choice but to escape. While Yi Tian could defeat a cultivator of the 34th level, it would be difficult to kill him. With a wave of his hand, he took away the resources from these fallen people, and then left quickly. Soon, others came here, looked at the traces of the battle here, and sighed, which force does the practitioner who bid for the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill come from? With the cultivation level of the 30th level, he instantly killed the 33rd level. As a practitioner, his Chong Palace should be the ultimate Chong Palace. And he also created the secret method of the ultimate Chong Palace, otherwise he would not be so evil. Forget it, this person's identity is not simple, it's better not to offend him. Fortunately, I didn't have any ideas, otherwise if I had just attacked him, he would have been killed. But such a person's status is not low. It stands to reason that he comes from a very powerful force. Why should he bid for the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill? It is also possible that he is a defector from a certain force, or he has acquired the inheritance of a powerful person. If he lacks high-level imperial elixirs, he may not necessarily come from a top force. Forget it, no matter who he is, we can't offend him. Soon, these strong men dispersed. The ancient city of worshipping the moon. Yi Tian is back. I have obtained the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill. Next, I only need to collect the resources recorded in the secret recipe of Tianai Golden Pill to start refining Tianai Golden Pill. Yi Tian took a look and found that many of the resources recorded above were very rare. If Wang Guojiao were to collect them, Mo would not be able to collect them. At this time, he thought of Gui Lao. So, he came to Gui Lao's residence again. Ghost old man. Yi Tian came to Gui Lao, which surprised Gui Lao. Senior, you are here again. Ghost Lao said in fear. Old ghost, I want to collect some resources from you. Yi Tian made a list of the resources he lacked and handed 063 to Gui Lao. This is. Gui Lao guessed what Yi Tian was going to do, which was to refine the high-grade Chonggong Jindan. Combined with what happened in Taiku Lidu not long ago, he immediately guessed that Yi Tian was the one who bid for the secret recipe of Tianai Jindan, otherwise it would be impossible. Such a coincidence. And Yi Tian can instantly kill the strong man of the 33rd level, and his strength far exceeds his imagination. If Yi Tian obtains the Tianai golden pill and his cultivation skyrockets, Mo will be the ultimate invincible under the palace. Even the Yuan Alliance would not dare to offend such an existence. Although the Yuan League has an ultimate palace master, he needs to guard the headquarters all the time and cannot come out easily. How can he dare to offend a strong man like Yi Tian? Can you collect it? Don't worry, I'll pay for it. Yi Tian said. Abel, how dare Mr. Gui say that he can't? If he uses the Yuan Alliance's relationship, he can indeed receive it. Immediately, Yi Tian paid part of the deposit and asked Lao to collect it. After a period of time, Mr. Ghost collected part of it, but it was not that easy to gather all the resources. After all, Gui Lao's status in the Yuan League is not that high, so it is naturally slow to collect it. Fortunately, Yi Tian gave enough funds in time, otherwise he would not be able to collect it. Another period of time passed, and Mr. Wei finally gathered together the materials for 3 Tianai golden pills. Chapter 3606 Fog Order. With these 3 materials for the Tianai golden pill, Yi Tian can refine the Tianai golden pill. Refining the high-grade Chonggong golden pill is not easy, but Yi Tian is still very confident. He has long been studying the secret recipe of the high-level palace golden elixir, constantly studying and deducing it. Now, even if it is the first time to refine it, he is fully confident that he can refine it. Let's start. Yi Tian began to refine the Tianai golden pill. After a while, the first Tianai golden pill was successfully refined. However, the first Tianai golden elixir was not of high grade, some were only 50% or 60% pure, and the highest quality was only 60%. Of course, he summed up his experience, and if he refined it for the second time, the purity would be much higher. Then, he started the second refining. Through the process, the purity of the Tianai golden pill that was refined for the second time was over 60%. The Tianai golden pill refined for the third time is even 76% pure. He has little interest in these Tianai golden pills, but no matter what the purity of the Tianai golden pills are, there are cultivators who desire them, and they can definitely be sold at a high price. Later, he came to see Gui Lao again. Old ghost, these Tianai golden pills are not of high purity, but someone should need them. You can sell them for me and collect more materials by the way. Yi Tian said. Good, Gui Lao agreed. Afterwards, he went to do errands. He didn't complain, and besides, he could also get a lot of benefits from doing things for Yi Tian. Furthermore, he did not dare to offend Yi Tian, so he could only do his best. After some time, after returning, he once again purchased a lot of materials for the Tianai golden pill for Yi Tian, so that Yi Tian could continue to refine the Tianai golden pill. As time goes by, the purity of the Tianai golden pill refined by Yi Tian naturally becomes higher and higher. 80%, 90%. Until this day, Yi Tian finally refined the Tianai golden pill with 100% purity. Later, he used 100% pure Tianai golden pill to improve his cultivation level, and his cultivation level skyrocketed. The 31st heaven, 32nd heaven, the 33rd heaven. A long period of time passed, and Yi Tian's cultivation level reached the 34th level. After reaching the 34th level, the improvement of his cultivation level slowed down, but it was still improving. Therefore, he continued to take Tianai golden pill to improve his cultivation, and tried to rely on a large amount of Tianai golden pill to advance his cultivation to the 35th level of heaven. Finally, on this day, Yi Tian relied on a large amount of 100% pure Tianai golden pill to forcefully advance his cultivation to the 35th level of heaven. However, the Tianai golden pill was useless to him at this time, even the Tianai golden pill with 1000% purity was useless. It seems that if you want to quickly raise your cultivation level to the 36th level, you will have to obtain the top level golden elixir. But there is no hurry for the time being. There is only one level between the 35th level and the 36th level. The difference in strength is not big. Moreover, with my strength, I can beat the ordinary practitioners of the 36th level. Yi Tian secretly said. What he wants to quickly improve his strength now is not to improve his cultivation, nor to create more secrets of the ultimate Chang Palace, but to understand the rules of the ultimate Chang Palace. If he can understand the rules of the ultimate Chang Palace, he will definitely be able to greatly increase his experience. However, it is too difficult to understand the rules of the ultimate palace. He is the ultimate master of the Yakuza in his own time and space line, and even created the seventh form of the ultimate form. His combat power is almost invincible below the ultimate master of the time and space level. However, the rules of this space-time line are completely different from the time-space line he is in. Different rules need to be understood again. Perhaps you can try to join the top forces in the Mist Territory. Yi Tian thought, if Yuan Meng is not good enough, the ultimate palace master cannot help him. Wu Pavilion is very powerful, but he has no channel to join Yuan Pavilion. This day, Yi Tian came to see Gui Lao again. Old ghost, I want to join some top forces, at least not weaker than Lei Yu Palace, preferably Wu Pavilion. Is there any way? Yi Tian asked. Gui Lao was shocked. How could he help Yi Tian join these forces? If he could do it, wouldn't he just join it? Senior, there's nothing I can do, I can only give you some suggestions. Said the old ghost. Suggestions are fine, let's talk about them. Yi Tian sat down and listened to Gui Lao's story. The ghost old man said, Senior, the most powerful force in the Mist Territory is naturally the Fog Pavilion. Although there are several forces second only to the Fog Pavilion, but together they can only rival the Fog Pavilion. If Senior passes through the 7th floor of the Fog Tower, you can be actively invited by Wuj to join. Fog Tower. Yi Tian doesn't know this place yet. The old ghost continued. The Fog Tower is a mysterious place, established by a great being in the Fog Pavilion. Only by obtaining an order can you enter the Fog Pavilion. Where is the Fog Order? Yi Tian became interested. If he could join the Fog Pavilion, he would naturally want to join the pavilion. Senior, the appearance of the Fog Token is random, but I know which strong men have the Fog Token in their hands, and Senior may be able to trade with them. One token can be used 9 times, and after 9 times, the token will disappear. Ghost Lao said. Oh, who has the Fog Order? Yi Tian asked. Ghost Lao handed some lists to Yi Tian, who put them away and left quickly. Could this senior kill one of them to seize the order? Probably not. The names on the list above are all famous beings in Wanzhong Mountain. Each of them has unparalleled fighting power. This senior may not be an opponent. Gui Lao thought. And Yi Tian really wanted to attack and kill someone and directly snatch the Fog Order. As for trading, he didn't think these guys would trade Wu Ling. Who's to rob? Yi Tian thought. He finally decided to snatch the Mist Order from the Master of the Blood Temple. The King's Blood Temple Master was in the realm of the 36th heaven. He was quite powerful, but there should be no ultimate palace. Apart from the Thunder Prison Palace, the other forces in Wanzhong Mountain do not seem to have the ultimate important official technique. The Blood Temple had attacked and killed him before, so he didn't have any good impression of the Blood Temple. He didn't have any psychological burden for killing the leader of the Blood Temple. The master of the Blood Temple is you. Yi Tian decided. Blood Mountain. The headquarters of the Blood Temple is here. The Blood Temple often carries out assassination missions. Many forces hate the Blood Temple, but no one dares to attack the Blood Temple. However, on this day, a figure came to the Blood Temple and broke through the countless formations of the Blood God Mountain with one blow. Who dares to break into our Blood Temple headquarters? One after another bloody figures appeared in the void, and the terrifying aura made time and space stagnant. These were the roars of an existence above the 30th heaven. Chapter 3607 The Blood Temple is destroyed. Immediately afterwards, a terrifying aura came out of the Blood Temple, and it was the Lord of the Blood Temple. He looked directly at Yi Tian in the void. How dare you come to my Blood Temple even though you are in the 35th level? The Lord of the Blood Temple smiled coldly. In the past, it was true that strong men had attacked and killed the Blood Temple, but the result was always death. Kill him, the Lord of the Blood Temple ordered. He doesn't need to do it himself, he only needs the senior officials of the Blood Temple to do it, so that they can surround and kill Yi Tian. In an instant, dozens of bloody rays of light blocked the void, and they all sacrificed the treasures of the Chang Palace to kill Yi Tian. The murderous intentions formed by these many important treasures in the palace blocked the void, making it impossible to escape. If it were any other cultivator of the 35th level, he would definitely be facing death at this moment and there would be no way to escape. But at this moment, he was very calm. Break. Yi Tian used the Ji-Dao blood blade and slashed out with one blow, shattering the void and knocking away the treasures of the palace. The terrifying attack shattered the body of the powerful man, General Han Han. Not good. The face of the Lord of the Blood Temple changed drastically. He underestimated Yi Tian's strength. This strength was even more terrifying than him. And Yi Tian's Ji-Dao blood escape speed was too fast. In conjunction with the Ji-Dao blood blade, he instantly killed a strong man from the Blood Temple. When the Lord of the Blood Temple opened the formation, most of Gao Kong was killed. You wanna die? The Master of the Blood Temple was so angry that he suppressed Yi 583 Tian with a formation, and activated the Blood God Tower of the Blood Temple. Boom! The Blood God Tower suppresses it, carrying supreme pressure. This is the most powerful treasure of the Blood Temple. Together with the Blood God Tower and the formation, it is enough to increase the strength of the Lord of the Blood Temple by several times. More than times. Kill. The Lord of the Blood Temple went all out to kill Yi Tian. Yi Tian did not dare to underestimate the Master of the Blood Temple, and brought the power of the Extreme Blood Blade to its extreme. The increase brought by the Ultimate Palace made his combat effectiveness extremely terrifying. Soon, the Lord of the Blood Temple couldn't bear it anymore. Damn it, the other party's Ultimate Palace is too terrifying. Its magic power is so pure and powerful. It's more terrifying than other girls have seen who have condensed the Ultimate Palace. The Lord of the Blood Temple naturally doesn't know that Yi Tian's Ultimate Palace is the Ultimate Palace that suits him best. It was created by himself, so he can naturally exert his full power, and his self-created Ji-Dao Blood Blade, the Ji-Dao Blood Armor and the Ji-Dao Blood Escape are both extremely terrifying and belong to the top Ultimate Chongyang secret technique. Taken together, his combat power is naturally extremely terrifying. Click. There were cracks in the Blood God Tower, and many formations in the Blood Temple had been broken, making it impossible to stop Yi Cheng. Sir, when did our Blood Temple offend you? The Lord of the Blood Temple asked. However, Yi Tian did not answer at all and continued to attack. Gradually, the Lord of the Blood Temple could no longer hold on. Even with the protection of the Blood God Tower, the remaining damage severely damaged his body again and again. The body tempered by the Ultimate Chong Palace far surpasses the body tempered by the Supreme Chong Palace. In terms of the strength of the body, Yi Tian even beat the Master of the Blood Temple. Unexpected, the Master of the Blood Temple exploded countless formations in the Blood Temple, and the terrifying fluctuations completely shattered the void. Even the Blood God Tower was sacrificed by the Lord of the Blood Temple. The terrifying fluctuations suppressed Yi Tian, thus giving the Lord of the Blood Temple a chance to escape. Whoosh! He ran away quickly and didn't care about the Blood Temple at all. As long as he lives, he can rebuild the Blood Temple in the future. If he falls here, the Blood Temple will be truly destroyed. Want to leave? Yi Tian sneered. He came to kill the Blood Temple just to seize the Fog Order. If the Master of the Blood Temple escaped, how would he get the order? Therefore, he was always on guard against the escape of the Blood Temple Lord. Immediately, he risked being physically injured and used Extreme Blood Escape to break through the fragmented time and space, and chase the Master of the Blood CFED Temple. The Lord of the Blood Temple's delay was too short, and he was quickly caught up by Yi Tian. Die! Yi Tian's Ji-Dao Blood Blade slashed through the body of the Blood Temple Master, seriously injuring him completely. Attack after attack passed through the meat club of the Lord of the Blood Temple. In a short time, the Lord of the Blood Temple completely fell and died. Wow! He reached out and grabbed a token from the Master of the Blood Temple. After confirming that it was the fog token, he quickly left and disappeared. Not long after, powerful men came here one after another and were surprised to see the fallen Lord of the Blood Temple. The Lord of the Blood Temple is dead. Who killed him? I don't know. He is a strange practitioner of the 35th level of heaven. He should be practicing the Ultimate Double Palace technique, and he also created his own Ultimate Double Palace secret method. He should be from the top power of the Mist Realm, otherwise it wouldn't be possible. It will be so demonic. Could it be that the Blood Temple killed a member of a certain powerful force and was retaliated for? The Lord of the Blood Temple is also a being of the 36th heaven. There may be hope of becoming the Ultimate Palace Lord in the future. What a pity. So, the Blood Temple is too arrogant. It attacks and kills all forces. Now it has offended people. If it hadn't been for it, it would not have ended up like this. The Master of the Blood Temple is dead, and most of the high-level officials are also dead. The forces that have been offended by the Blood Temple will probably besiege the Blood Temple, and the Blood Temple will inevitably be destroyed. Let's go and search for resources in the Blood Temple. If you're too late, you won't get anything. Soon, powerful men from many forces surrounded the Blood Temple. Almost all the members of the Blood Temple were slaughtered, and a huge force was destroyed. The master of the Blood Temple was killed. Could it be that senior who was a practitioner of the 35th heaven? Gui Lao guessed that it was Yi Tian who did it, mainly because it was too coincidental. If it wasn't Yi Tian, he couldn't think of who it was. Mainly because he gave Yi Tian information about the list of the Mist Order, and then the master of the Blood Temple who held the Mist Order died. With that senior's strength, there might be hope of joining Wu Pavilion. Gui Lao secretly said, once he joins Wuj, Yi Tian really rises. This is the Mist Order, because it is refined. Yi Tian began to refine the Mist Token. After a while, he completely refined the Mist Token, and this Mist Token still had 3 chances to be used. Immediately, he activated the Fog Order. Suddenly, his body was shrouded in a cloud of grey mist, and he was teleported into the Garden Tower. Soon, the Fog Tower has arrived. He arrived at the first level of the Fog Tower. According to the requirements of the Fog Pavilion, only by breaking through the 6th floor of the Fog Tower can you hope to join the pavilion. According to different cultivation levels, the difficulty of the Fog Tower assessment is different. Yi Tian is at the 35th level of cultivation, so the requirements for him are naturally the 35th level, which is slightly less difficult than the 36th level. Therefore, it is easier for Yi Tian to pass the level. Chapter 3608 Purple Mist Golden Pill, the 36th Heaven. The first floor of the Fog Tower. Yi Tian quickly fought with the opponents on this level. The opponents on this level were opponents condensed by rules. Their cultivation level was also at the 35th level, and their strength was not strong. He killed it instantly with just one move. After that, he came to the 2nd floor of the tower. The opponents on the 2nd floor of the Fog Tower were not strong either. Yi Tian still killed them instantly and reached the 3rd floor easily. Facing the opponents on the 3rd level, Yi Tian didn't feel the difficulty and killed them easily. After that comes the 4th floor. The 5th floor. Yi Tian defeated them easily and then reached the 6th level. He only needs to defeat the opponents on the 6th floor to join the Garden Pavilion. The opponents on the 6th level are indeed very powerful. They are opponents at the level of the Ultimate Palace, but they only know one secret method of the Ultimate Palace. Boom! Yi Tian fought with the opponents on this level, showing all his strength. He used the Ultimate Blood Skill, the Ultimate Blood Blade, and the Ultimate Blood Escape. And the ultimate secret method of the Heavy Palace used by opponents on this level is the Thunder Knife. When it is used, countless Thunder Knife phantoms are spread all over time and space, making it impossible to avoid them. However, the countless Thunder Knives bombarding the Jadao blood armor were unable to break through Yi Tian's defense. If it were other practitioners of the 35th level of heaven, they would have died under this Thunder Knife, and even many practitioners of the 35th level of heaven would have been killed. Unfortunately, such an attack cannot pose a threat to Yi Tian. Die! Yi Tian's Jidao blood blade slashed at the opponent, but the opponent did not dodge. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian transformed into countless phantoms with the ultimate blood escape, traveling through many time and space. The speed was so fast that he killed his opponent countless times in an instant. This condensed opponent is very strong. Although he only knows one ultimate secret method of the palace, his physical body is very powerful. He has almost tempered his physical body to the limit. However, my training time is too short, and my physical body has not been tempered to the limit. If I continue to temper my physical body, I can increase my physical strength several times more. However, with the 3 ultimate secret techniques of the palace, he was still able to defeat his opponent. Soon, this opponent was completely killed by Yi Tian and passed through the 6th floor of the Fog Tower. After breaking through the 6th floor, there is no need for him to break through the 7th floor. There may be a small probability that he can break through, but he does not need to be so high profile. Now he only needs to join Wu Pavilion, use Wu Pavilion's resources to improve himself, and become the ultimate official gangster as soon as possible. 10,000 Mountains. Fog Pavilion Branch. A figure opened his eyes. This is the ultimate palace master who guards the Wuj Mountain branch of Wuj, Yang Yuan. However, few outsiders know of his existence. On the Wanzhong mountain side, there are practitioners who have broken through the 6th floor of the Fog Tower. Yang Yuan was very shocked. You must know that for countless years, no practitioner has broken through the 6th level. After all, the truly top practitioners from the big forces will not join the Wu Pavilion, and the practitioners in the ordinary forces do not have the ultimate double palace technique. With the self-created ultimate secret method of the palace, there is no hope of getting past the 6th level. This requirement is so difficult that Yuan Jie has not recruited talents from the outside for a long time. Of course, there are many powerful people in Wu Pavilion, and they would rather be lacking than being indiscriminate. They will never want a peerless genius who is not a real monster. At this time, after Yi Tian came out of the fog tower, he was directly teleported to an altar in the Jij branch. At this moment, Yang Yuan appeared instantly. "I've met Senior," Yi Tian said respectfully. He knew that the person in front of him was an ultimate palace master. In his time and space line, he was an existence comparable to the ancient demon-level powerhouse or the ultimate supreme master. In the eyes of his main body, he was like an ant, but in front of the clone in this time and space line, he was naturally a terrifying existence that cannot be resisted. "May I have your name?" Yang Yuan asked. "Yi Tian." Yi Tian introduced himself. "Are you interested in joining Wu Pavilion?" Yang Yuan invited. "Willing," Yi Tian said immediately. "Okay, from now on, you are a member of Wu Pavilion. Let's go, I will take you to go through some procedures." Yang Yuan took Yi Tian through the formalities, and Yi Tian successfully joined Ji Jie. In the following days, Yi Tian stayed in Wu Pavilion and learned about Wu Pavilion's strength. This was information that could not be obtained from Gui Lao. There are a total of 3 eternal Ultimate Palace Masters in Fog Pavilion, 136 Ultimate Palace Masters, and there are also many practitioners of the 36th level of heaven. They are all descendants of many Ultimate Palace Masters. They do not need any conditions, very few. It's easy to join the Fog Pavilion. "Please give me flowers." Wu Ji's strength is not weak, Yi Tian secretly said. Not long after joining Wu Pavilion, he showed his level as a secret master, which directly shocked Yang Yuan. "Palace Master Yang, I would like to redeem the secret recipe for the top palace golden elixir." Yi Tian applied. "Yes, if you can refine the top-level Chonggong Jindan with a purity of more than 70%, Wu Pavilion can provide you with resources so that you can refine it with peace of mind. And there is also a donation to get it," Yang Yuan said. "Thank you so much, Master Yang." Yi Tian quickly exchanged the secret recipe for a top-level heavy palace golden elixir from Wu Pavilion. This top-level heavy palace golden elixir is called Ziwu Golden Elixir. The main material is a kind of fog golden grass material. It can only be found around the mist area. It can only be collected in the weird gray fog area. The non-ultimate palace master cannot step into the gray area at all. Therefore, the fog golden grass is a material that only the ultimate palace master can collect. Therefore, there is no such material in the outside world, but there are many such materials in the fog pavilion. After having the secret recipe of the purple mist golden pill, he began to refine the purple mist golden pill. With his skill, he quickly refined the purple mist golden pill with a purity of more than 70%, which immediately attracted the attention of Yang Yuan and provided him with a large amount of materials allowed him to refine it with peace of mind. A long period of time has passed, and Yi Tian has demonstrated the purity of the top-grade Chonggong Jindan Ziwu Jindan with a purity of 95%, but in fact he has been able to refine the Zijindan with a purity of 100%. Using a large amount of purple mist golden pills, he accumulated a large amount of contribution points, and his own cultivation level also broke through to the 36th level, and gradually reached the limit of the 36th level, far away from the realm of the ultimate palace master. Only one step away. However, this step is very difficult. You must understand the rules of the ultimate palace and reach a certain level before you can attack the realm of the ultimate palace master. This day, Yi Tian came to ask Yang Yuan. He wanted to know if there was a place in Wu Pavilion that could help him understand the rules of the ultimate palace. He felt that Wu Pavilion must have it. Sure enough, after he asked, Yang Yuan gave a positive answer of 0. Chapter 3609 Fog Monument. Yi Tian, the Fog Pavilion naturally has treasures that can assist in understanding the rules of the ultimate heavy palace. One of them is the Fog Monument. The monument is a treasure found in the weird gray fog area. However, it is risky to understand the Fog Monument. If you are not strong-willed, it is easy to be affected by the Fog Monument. Once affected by the Fog Monument, it is easy to absorb the breath of gray fog and become a fog beast. Yang Yuan said, "Mist beast." Although Yi Tian has never seen a mist beast, he feels that this weird gray mist should be a very weird thing. It can transform the practitioner's palace and body, but it must not be absorbed and refined. 497. What kind of will is needed to resist the power of the garden monument? Yi Tian continued to ask. If the will is only the ultimate of the 36th level, then it can only comprehend the fog monument for 10 years, and it is not allowed to be understood within 100 million years, otherwise it will still be affected. If the will once you reach the ultimate state of will, you can comprehend it in tens of thousands of years, and you can re-enlighten it in only 1 million years, Yang Yuan said. Ultimate will. Yi Tian is very clear about his own will. The essence of his avatar is still his own will, so his will is very tenacious. Now it is enough to match the ultimate will of the Jita, but the strength is far less than the real eternal ultimate palace master. The ultimate will of the ultimate. What if the will reaches the ultimate will? Yi Tian asked this question. Yang Yuan smiled and said, if the ultimate will of the Jita is condensed, it will not be affected by the monument at all and can be understood by will. However, those who condense the ultimate will of the Jita are the eternal ultimate palace masters. We in Wu Pavilion only have 3 eternal ultimates. Palace master. The ultimate will of the extreme can always comprehend the fog monument, but Yi Tian dare not really comprehend the fog monument all the time. Otherwise, how can we explain that he has reached the ultimate will of the extreme? When the time comes, the 3 eternal ultimate palace lords will definitely investigate him. The fact that he is a clone will definitely not be hidden from the eternal ultimate lord, who is also the master of the 10 realms. Therefore, he does not want to attract the attention of the 3 eternal ultimate palace masters yet. He will first comprehend the fog monument in a short period of time, and then go out to practice for a period of time to expose the news that he has condensed the ultimate will, so that he can comprehend tens of thousands of palace years. What are the conditions required to understand the fog monument? Yi Tian asked. You can gain enlightenment once with 10,000 contribution points, and there is no time limit. Yang Yuan said. Yi Tian now has about 100,000 contribution points, and he can comprehend it 10 times. So, he first applied for enlightenment once. Soon, Yang Yuan applied for Yi Tian, but he needed to go to Wu Pavilion's headquarters so that the group could see Jibei. Since Yi Tian had never been to the headquarters, Yang Yuan personally took Yi Tian there. They traveled very quickly, crossing a layer of void, and quickly arrived at the Wu Pavilion headquarters. The headquarters of Fog Pavilion was somewhat beyond Yi Tian's expectation. It was located on the edge of the fog realm, very close to the strange grey fog area. Fog Pavilion headquarters. Plus, a strange grey monument is located here. When Yi Tian came here, he saw many practitioners, all of whom were in the realm of the 36th heaven, and there were also a few masters of the ultimate palace to gain enlightenment here. Yi Tian came here, picked a location, and began to meditate. He had just comprehended and sensed the strange grey mist energy, but he would not absorb it and excluded it. When he comprehended the fog monument, this power kept interfering with it. If he comprehended for a long time, there is no way to stop its invasion. Yi Tian can easily resist this power. He carefully comprehends the rules of the ultimate palace contained in the fog tablet. This is also the first time for him to directly comprehend the rules of the ultimate palace. The rules of the ultimate palace that everyone understands are different, and what Yi Tian needs to understand is the rules of the ultimate palace of all laws. Time passed slowly, and soon the 10 Chonggong years were up, and he left here immediately. Sometime after 1.5 years, he said goodbye to Yang Yuan and wanted to go out for a period of experience. However, just tens of thousands of years later, he came back and told Yang Yuan that he had condensed the ultimate will, which shocked Yang Yuan. He never expected that Yi Tian could gather the ultimate will so quickly. After that, Yi Tian applied to comprehend the Wu monument again, and this time he could safely comprehend tens of thousands of palace years. With tens of thousands of years of understanding the Chonggong, with his understanding and understanding, he can definitely understand the ultimate Chonggong rules. Chapter 3610 Breakthrough, the Ultimate Palace Master. In the years that followed, Yi Tian worked hard to comprehend the ultimate Chonggong rules. Chonggong years passed one after another, and before he knew it, 5,000 Chonggong years had passed. One day, with the help of the Mist Monument, Yi Tian finally comprehended an array of the ultimate Chonggong rules, and he continued to comprehend the ultimate Chonggong rules, and only came out after the Shengfeng Palace year. Can you tell the Mist Pavilion that I have comprehended the ultimate Chonggong rules? Yi Tian mentioned it to Yang Yuan. Suddenly, Yang Yuan was shocked. What, you comprehended the ultimate Chonggong rules? Yang Yuan was shocked. After that, Yi Tian began to retreat to impact the ultimate palace master realm, and he comprehended the ultimate Chonggong rules, so it was easy for him to break through. Boom! Yi Tian broke the shackles, countless energies poured into his body, and the ultimate Chonggong in his body was also transforming. Infinite light burst out from him, projecting many time and space. Then, for all kinds of time and space power blessed himself, and the great power returned to himself. Break. Yi Tian broke the shackles and officially entered the ultimate palace realm. In terms of realm, he was equivalent to an ancient demon-level powerhouse and an ultimate supreme powerhouse in his own time and space. Yi Tian, congratulations on breaking through to the ultimate palace master realm. Let's go, I'll take you to see the master of our Wu Pavilion. Yang Yuan said. Wu Pavilion is one of the 3 eternal ultimate palace masters of Wu Pavilion, and also the most powerful one. Soon, Yi Tian met this Wu Pavilion master, Wu Zan. Meet the master. Yi Tian said respectfully after seeing Wu Zan Pavilion master. Yi Tian, congratulations on breaking through to the ultimate palace master. Yuan Zan congratulated. Immediately, Yi Tian communicated with Wu Zan, and during the communication, by the way, he could roughly judge Wu Zan's strength through the breath perception. He should not be strong among the eternal ultimate palace masters, and is far inferior to his real body in another time and space. His real body can kill him in a breath. Then, Yi Tian asked about the strange gray fog area. Pavilion master, do you know the situation of other realms outside the strange gray fog area? Yi Tian asked. Wu Zan shook his head, I don't know either. The 3 of us, the eternal ultimate palace masters, don't dare to go too deep into the strange gray fog area, so we don't know much about other realms now, but we have a guess about the strange gray fog area. What guess? Yi Tian was curious. The power of the strange gray fog area seems to come from outside our time and space line. In fact, in the more distant past, there was no strange gray fog area in our time and space line. It appeared later, and then this strange gray fog area isolated a piece of area, forming 36 realms. In the long time, the power of the gray fog was not terrible, and the eternal ultimate palace masters of the 36 realms could still contact each other, but now they can't contact each other, or if they want to contact each other, they have to pay a huge price. However, a long time ago, a top eternal ultimate palace master came to our mist domain, but also left quickly. Therefore, if you want to shuttle through the gray fog area, you need the top strength of the eternal ultimate palace master, but we can't do it. Of course, the gray fog area is dangerous, but there are many opportunities. I was able to break through to the eternal ultimate palace master realm because I got an opportunity in the gray fog area, but you have just broken through to the ultimate palace master. Don't get close to the gray fog area, otherwise you will be transformed into a fog beast after a long time. Wu Zan reminded. Thank you for the reminder, Pavilion Master. I know the severity and will not rashly enter the Grey Garden area. Afterwards, he left Wu Zan, and Wu Pavilion soon made Yi Tian's identity public, and let other people in Wu Pavilion know that Wu Pavilion has a new Ultimate Palace Master. After breaking through to become the Ultimate Palace Master, many of Wu Pavilion's Ultimate Heavy Palace secrets were open to him, and he could learn from these Ultimate Heavy Palace secrets and skills. Then, his real body used the duplicate body to deduce and analyze, thereby creating the top ultimate heavy palace secrets, thereby improving the combat power of this body. After a period of time, Yi Tian sacrificed a copy of his body and finally deduced the Extreme Blood Armor, Extreme Blood Blade, and Extreme Blood Escape to the level of the top ultimate Chonggong secret method, with the power increased by at least 10 times. So far, his strength has also skyrocketed. In the years that followed, he used various resources to improve his cultivation, and often entered the Mist Monument to comprehend the ultimate Chonggong rules, but he still did not show the ultimate will of the extreme. In addition, as his strength became stronger and stronger, the connection between his body and the real body of another time and space line was strengthened, and the interval between transmitting information was not long. Maybe when his body breaks through to the eternal ultimate Chonggong realm, there will be no delay between the 2 time and space lines, and real-time synchronization of memory and perception can be achieved. This day, Yi Tian showed his ultimate will of the extreme, shocking the entire Mist Pavilion, and Yang Yuan was even more dumbfounded, and he randomly found a reason, that is, he occasionally entered the gray fog area and got an opportunity, so he broke through. Although the other ultimate palace masters did not believe it, they would not question Yi Tian. After that, he has been comprehending the ultimate palace rules at the Mist Monument. With his comprehension, his understanding of the ultimate palace rules has become deeper and deeper, and his own strength has become stronger and stronger. In addition, his real body has been analyzing the ultimate palace rules, which has also made his progress rapidly. Unconsciously, Yi Tian's understanding of the ultimate palace rules has reached an extremely high level. The ultimate palace rules have reached the 136th level. Yi Tian smiled. If he continues to analyze with the assistance of his real body, it should not be difficult for him to break through the ultimate palace rules to the 365th level of perfection. At that time, if he comprehends the eternal ultimate palace rules of this time and space line, he can naturally break through to the eternal ultimate official life level. In the days that followed, he occasionally entered the Grey Fog area to collect some resources. Grey Fog area. Yi Tian had just come in not long ago, and the terrifying Grey Fog aura wanted to invade his body and affect his will, but his will reached the ultimate will of the extreme way the Grey aura could not affect him at all. So, he easily went deep into the Grey Fog area. Soon, he encountered fog beasts, but the general fog beasts were not as strong as the ultimate palace master, and he could kill them easily. But occasionally he would encounter fog beasts comparable to the ultimate palace master, but his strength was so terrifying that he could easily kill fog beasts comparable to the general ultimate palace master. Gradually, he obtained a lot of resources, including treasures that could help him comprehend the rules of the ultimate military officer. Chapter 3611 Another Breakthrough, the Eternal Ultimate Palace Master. Yi Tian knew the dangers of the Grey Fog area, so he would not go deep into it, so that even if he encountered danger, he could withdraw in time. As time passed, Yi Tian's strength was also improving, and the ultimate palace rules were also improving rapidly. This was all with the help of his true body, otherwise he could not improve so quickly. Now, the connection between him and his true body across the time and space line is delayed by at most half an hour. Another period of time passed, and Yi Tian's ultimate palace rules were very close to the 365th level. Once he broke through to this level, he could try to comprehend the eternal ultimate palace rules. This day, Yi Tian completely comprehended the ultimate palace rules of the 365th level, and his own strength also skyrocketed. Then, he came to the pavilion master Wuzan, wanting to know how to comprehend the eternal ultimate palace rules as quickly as possible. Pavilion master. Yi Tian came to Wuzan and said respectfully. Yi Tian, what's the matter? Yuan Zan asked. Then, Yi Tian talked about his desire to comprehend the eternal ultimate palace rules, and by the way, he said that he had comprehended the ultimate palace rules to the 365th level. What, you have already comprehended the 365th level of the ultimate palace rule? Wuzan was also shocked. How long has Yi Tian been practicing? How could he break through so quickly and break his cognition? But when Yi Tian showed the 365th level of the ultimate palace rule, they had to believe it. Yi Tian, it is very difficult to comprehend the eternal ultimate palace rule. In the long years of Wu Pavilion, only 3 people have done it. If you want to quickly comprehend the eternal ultimate palace rule, there is a way. Follow me. Wuzan brought Yi Tian to the depths of Wu Pavilion, where there was a broken black pillar. This is a pillar from the depths of the Grey Fog area. By comprehending it, you may be able to comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace, but this thing is very strange. If you keep comprehending it, you will have problems with your will over time, and you may even be transformed into a fog beast. Of course, if there is a problem, give up comprehending immediately, and after a long period of recuperation, you can come here to comprehend again, Wuzan said. Thank you, Pavilion Master. Yi Tian thanked. Immediately, Wuzan left. This is not a particularly important place. Any ultimate palace master who wants to comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace can come here to comprehend and practice. Then, Yi Tian found that the closer he was to the black incomplete pillar, the greater the impact, but the better the comprehending effect. This pillar is not simple. In my time and space line, there are only a handful of treasures comparable to this pillar. Perhaps only the ultimate treasure of the time and space level can surpass it. Yi Tian did not let this body get close to the black broken pillar. If it kept practicing close to it, this body might be transformed into a mold beast. So, he prepared to condense a copy talent ball. He had long understood the mystery of the copy talent ball, and could condense it again on the clone of this time and space line. He did not do so before because of his lack of strength and his lack of understanding of the ultimate palace rules of this world. Now he has met the requirements. He prepared to use the ultimate palace rules as the basic power to condense the copy talent ball. Then, he did so. Gradually, the copy talent ball condensed in his mind, and he completely possessed the highest level of copy talent, and then condensed a copy body. After that, he used his duplicate body to approach the black pillar and comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace. He approached step by step, and soon stuck to the black pillar, feeling a strange force trying to influence him. He touched the black pillar with both hands, and felt that there was another space inside the black pillar. He immediately moved and entered the inner space of the black pillar. Inner space. Yi Tian's duplicate body entered here and began to comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace, and also found that his duplicate body was eroded. However, he didn't care about his duplicate body being eroded. Comprehend, comprehend, continue to comprehend. The effect of this comprehension far exceeds the outer periphery of the black pillar by hundreds or even thousands of times. If he comprehends here, it won't take long for him to comprehend the eternal ultimate rules. Of course, his one duplicate body can't last long at all, and it will be transformed into a fog beast. Annihilation. Yi Tian dissolved this duplicate body, then recondensed the duplicate body, and continued to enter the incomplete black pillar to comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace. In this way, as time passed, Yi Tian's duplicate bodies were consumed one by one. With the help of this incomplete black pillar, he gradually comprehended the rules of the eternal ultimate palace. At this point, he only needs to improve his cultivation to the extreme of the ultimate palace master, and he can break through to the realm of the eternal ultimate palace master. Continue to comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace. In terms of improving the rules of the eternal ultimate palace, no treasure in my time and space line can compare to it. Yi Tian cherished this opportunity very much, and naturally had to comprehend for a period of time until this incomplete black pillar was completely useless to him. In the long years that followed, he sacrificed his duplicate body again and again to comprehend the rules of the eternal ultimate palace, and his grasp of the rules of the eternal ultimate palace became deeper and deeper. On the other hand, the real body was also practicing and improving. Although it was difficult to make progress, at least it could continue to make progress slowly. At the same time, it was also trying to merge the paths of the two time and space lines. He felt that when the two time and space lines were completely integrated, perhaps that would be the day when he would break through and become the ultimate supreme master of the time and space level. After a long time, Yi Tian's clone's cultivation broke through to the limit of the ultimate palace master, and he was ready to break through to become the eternal ultimate palace master. In addition, he also perfected the extreme blood armor, extreme blood blade, and extreme blood escape to the level of the eternal ultimate palace secret method, which also made his own strength soar to an extremely high level. This day, he successfully broke through to the eternal ultimate palace master level and became the fourth eternal ultimate palace master of Wu Pavilion. Yang Yuan and other ultimate palace masters were shocked and stunned. They never expected Zhao's good that Yi Tian was a new ultimate palace master of Wu Pavilion, but now he quickly broke through to the eternal ultimate palace master. This strength improvement was too great and exceeded their imagination. After breaking through to become the eternal ultimate palace master, Yi Tian continued to comprehend the eternal ultimate palace rules on the black incomplete pillar, and the realm of the eternal ultimate palace rules was getting higher and higher. But he gradually found that this broken black pillar was not of much help to him. Although it was still useful, the effect was reduced several times. If he continued to comprehend, he would definitely be able to break through the rules of the eternal ultimate palace again and again, but his time was limited. The time and space line he was in was not too far away from the final catastrophe. He must break through as soon as possible to save his family and tribe, and even the creatures of the entire time and space line. Therefore, he must break through as soon as possible, and then he must get a better opportunity. We must go deep into the gray fog area. Yi Tian decided. Chapter 3612 Atomized Form. On this day, Yi Tian went to the gray fog area. He was ready to go deeper. And there were many fog beasts in the gray fog area. These fog beasts were not weak, and some were even comparable to the eternal ultimate palace masters. The reason why there were so many eternal ultimate palace masters was entirely because the transformed fog beasts could absorb the energy of the fog and continue to grow. Because of this, the eternal ultimate palace masters of this time and space line could not solve the problem of the gray fog area at all, and it was difficult to cross the gray fog area. If these fog beasts could come out at will and had wisdom, the creatures of this time and space line would have been destroyed long ago. But Yi Tian also had a guess in his heart, that is, this time and space line did not have the saying of the end of the catastrophe, but there was the saying of the great catastrophe. The last great catastrophe was the birth of the gray fog area, so the next great catastrophe is very likely to be the beasts in the gray garden area rushing out. In that case, countless creatures would perish, the ultimate palace masters would die, and even many eternal ultimate palace masters would be killed. And as time goes by, the strength of those fog beasts becomes stronger and stronger, and eventually a disaster comparable to the final doom will form, completely destroying this time and space line. At present, the strong men of this time and space line cannot solve this problem, and it seems that they will eventually face the end of the time and space line. Of course, this time is still very long, because this time and space line is still young, unlike the time and space line where he is, which has entered the final stage. Deep in the gray fog area, Yi Tian came here and encountered some fog beasts, but with his strength, he easily killed those fog beasts. However, on this day, he encountered a very terrifying fog beast, which was absolutely comparable to the Eternal Ultimate Palace Master, and it was not an ordinary Eternal Ultimate Palace Master. Boom! Yi Tian fought with it, and the strength was equal. He protected himself with the extreme blood armor and held the extreme blood blade, and kept fighting with it. The terrifying power tore through time and space, and slashed on the opponent again and again, but only left a trace, and the opponent recovered in a breath, and could not hurt the opponent at all. The attack of the fog beast also cracked the extreme blood armor on his body, and its attack power was extremely terrifying. After fighting for a long time, Yi Tian roughly judged the opponent's strength and finally chose to fight with more people. Buzz. AEDF. One after another, the cloned bodies appeared. In fact, his body was also a cloned body. He would not let the real clone take risks. His real clone was still in retreat in the fog pavilion. Multiple clones attacked together, besieged the beast, easily beat him, and soon broke the beast's defense and tore the fog beast apart in an instant. However, the fog beast recovered easily and entered a special form. I saw countless mists being absorbed by him, entering a seemingly incomplete atomized form. Both speed and strength skyrocketed, and the recovery ability was very terrifying. Similar to the end form, but much weaker than the end form. Yi Tian said secretly. Even though the fog beast was many times stronger, he was still not afraid. He fought with it, sacrificed a clone body, and continued to condense. As time passed, the fog beast was finally killed by Yi Tian. Afterwards, Yi Tian took the corpse of the fog beast and studied it, mainly studying this incomplete fog form. He knew that this form should be a castrated version. Xing's is definitely not just Yuao. In this way, he studied for a long time and also obtained a lot of resources and special things in the gray fog area. In addition, he killed many fog beasts with this incomplete fog form. Different fog beasts have different fog forms. Some are very weak, while others are very powerful. After studying for a long time, he has a good understanding of this incomplete fog form, but he can't use it now, unless he actively absorbs the gray fog and practices, but this incomplete fog form is meaningless and can't improve his strength. Unless it is a truly complete fog form, it will help him improve his strength. After a period of time, Yi Tian went deep into the gray fog area and finally found the real good things. That is, Yi Tian looked at an ancient stone tablet in front of him. It contained a mysterious power, and many garden beasts were here to comprehend. He frowned slightly. If he could copy the fog beast, he could blend into comprehend, but he didn't dare to copy the body of the fog beast because he felt it was dangerous, so he gave up this plan. Then take this ancient stone tablet. Immediately, Yi Tian sent out a copy of his body to kill these fog beasts and fight with them. These copies were all sacrifices. He needed another copy to steal the ancient stone tablet. Boom! The fight began, and it was very cruel. Even though Yi Tian's copy was very powerful, there were many fog beasts here, and there were at least more than 20 fog beasts comparable to the Eternal Ultimate Palace Master, and some of them were even more powerful than Yi Tian. So, he fought madly and held them back at all costs. In the end, Yi Tian found an opportunity, and a copy of his body came to the ancient stone tablet, pulled it up with all his strength, and then took it in and quickly fled. It is worth mentioning that this ancient stone tablet cannot be taken into the body, nor can it be collected with any space treasure. Song Meng held it in his hand. When the fog beasts saw that Yi Tian had taken the ancient stone tablet, they went crazy and wanted to chase and kill Yi Tian, but they were dragged by Yi Tian's copy bodies. Along the way, more and more fog beasts chased and killed Yi Tian, but Yi Tian asked his other copy bodies to support him in time, sacrificing one copy after another, and finally let him rush out of the gray fog area with the ancient stone tablet, and those fog beasts did not dare to rush out to chase and kill, so they could only choose to give up. Somewhere in the fog area, Yi Tian built a mansion of his own by himself, where he comprehended the ancient stone tablet. He found that the ancient stone tablet was very extraordinary, not only helping him comprehend the rules of the Eternal Ultimate Palace, but also helping him study the garden form. So in the days that followed, he focused on comprehending the ancient stone tablet. However, after comprehending for a long time, he would still be affected by the stone tablet and turned into a fog beast. So, he had to sacrifice one copy of his body after another. In this way, over time, Yi Tian's realm of the Eternal Ultimate Palace rules became higher and higher. Finally, after a long time, he successfully comprehended the Eternal Ultimate Palace rules to the perfect realm, and the original body in another time and space also comprehended the ultimate rules of the ultimate way of all laws. Not only that, Yi Tian also completely perfected the atomization form. Now he only needs to absorb the gray fog breath to master the atomization form. However, the general gray fog breath is very weak, and the atomization form formed is naturally not strong. He is ready to go deep into the deepest part of the gray fog area and absorb the most terrifying gray air from the city. Chapter 3613, The Master of All Laws, Space and Time Finale. Deep in the gray fog area. Yi Tian's current strength is extremely terrifying. He is almost invincible among the Eternal Ultimate Palace Masters. In addition, he has multiple copies of his body. Even if he encounters multiple extremely terrifying fog beasts, he can successfully escape. Gradually, he went deep into the deepest part of the gray fog area. There is a black fog here, which is dozens of times more powerful than the gray fog. He approached here and absorbed a wisp of black fog. Suddenly, his copy body seemed to be transformed into a fog beast. He quickly resisted and tried to cultivate the transformation form. But the first time, he failed. However, he successfully released the copy body and was not transformed into a fog beast. In the days that followed, he sacrificed many copies of his body, and practiced the atomization form again and again. His understanding of the black fog became deeper and deeper, and he could persist for a long time without being affected. After countless attempts, this time he finally succeeded in refining a wisp of black fog, and this was a good start. Later, it became easier and easier for him to refine the black mist, and he was gradually mastering the atomization form. And on this day, he successfully mastered the real atomization form, and atomized with this black mist, and his strength soared. After that, he tried to deduce the extreme blood armor, extreme blood blade, and extreme blood escape to the level of the Eternal Ultimate Space-Time level Chonggong secret method. With the help of the ancient stone tablet, he sacrificed his duplicate body again and again to deduce, and with the experience of creating the ultimate arcane of the time-space level, it would not be too difficult this time. Sure enough, after spending a long time, he successfully deduced the extreme blood armor, extreme blood blade, and extreme blood escape to the level of the Eternal Ultimate Space-Time level Chonggong secret method. His strength has reached an incredible level. It can be said that the strength of his current clone is almost the same as that of the original body of the other space-time line, and the two space-time lines are only one step away from the ultimate supreme of the space-time level. Let's go to other realms of this time and space line and have a look. Yi Tian kept shuttling back and forth, and soon came to another realm, which seemed to be not weak, with 7 or 8 Eternal Ultimate Palace Masters, but he was still trapped here. He crossed one realm after another and met many Eternal Ultimate Palace Masters, but they were all unable to do anything about the gray fog area. A few could take the risk to shuttle through the gray fog area, but that was all. As for other time and space lines, these guys didn't understand and didn't sense any crisis. Moreover, their strength was very weak, and Yi Tian was too lazy to communicate with them. Although the gray fog area was dangerous, it had to be admitted that there were really many good things here. He had obtained many treasures similar to the mysterious ancient stone tablet. With the help of these treasures he kept deducing the paths of the two time and space lines, and gradually gained a lot of insights. In addition, he also cultivated the final form and the atomized form to the extreme, and tried to merge the Eternal Ultimate Palace rules with the ultimate rules of the ultimate way of all laws, so as to create the ultimate rules of the time and space level that transcend the boundaries. After a long time, he finally realized a quasi-time and space level ultimate rule of the ultimate way of all laws that surpassed the ultimate rule of the ultimate way of all laws, and his strength soared. Not only that, he can now easily tear the time and space barriers of the two time and space lines, and he will not be nearly destroyed like last time. Break. Yi Tian directly tore the time and space barriers of the two time and space lines, allowing a copy body to enter other time and space lines. Afterwards, Yi Tian found that he could now go to one time and space line after another. So, he sent 10 copies of his body into 10 time and space lines in one breath to comprehend the paths of these 10 time and space lines. Since his strength was among the best in the other 10 time and space lines, he could directly practice the ultimate rules of that time and space line, without having to rise step by step from a weak position. He could directly comprehend the highest rules. In this way, Yi Tian comprehended the paths of multiple time and space lines, and his gains naturally became greater and greater. He fought with the strong men of each time and space line and robbed a lot of good things. With the help of these treasures, he integrated the paths of various time and space lines, and his understanding of the ultimate rules of the time and space level became deeper and deeper. Soon, Yi Tian was very excited. This day, he merged the ultimate rules of many time and space lines together, allowing his ultimate rules of the Wanfa to complete the transformation, reaching the realm of the ultimate rules of the time and space level. At the same time, he had a kind of enlightenment. As soon as he thought about it, the replica bodies and many incarnations of the time and space lines collapsed one after another, and many powers were integrated into the main body. His body was transforming every moment, and the great power of all time and space poured into his body, allowing him to gradually break the shackles. That is the Wanfa Supreme. Has he broken through? A group of ultimate ancient demons, ancient demon-level powerhouses, and ultimate supremes were all shocked. Many powerful people of the human race were also shocked. If Yi Tian broke through, then their time and space line would be saved. 0. Just when Yi Tian was about to break through, the origins of the time and space lines appeared one by one, trying to stop Yi Tian. Because Yi Tian wanted to achieve the ultimate supreme master of the time and space level, he wanted to transcend all time and space lines, so the origins of those time and space lines would come to stop him. However, everything was too late. Yi Tian's accumulation was too deep, and all paths were elevated to the extreme. Get lost. Yi Tian directly erupted with terrifying power, crossing many time and space, and shattered the will of each time and space line. I don't know how long it took. His body completed the real transformation, and became a time and space level ultimate supreme master. At the same time, he dared to know that there were 6 powerful people at the level of the ultimate supreme master of the time and space level on each time and space line, and he was 7. And these 6 people have built their own eternal time and space lines, which will never be affected by disasters and are truly free and easy. Congratulations to fellow Taoist for transcending everything. The 6 ultimate supreme masters of the time and space level crossed many time and space lines and congratulated him. Thank you, fellow Taoists, Yi Tian responded. Immediately, he spent some time to stabilize his realm, and then he casually opened up an eternal space-time line in the place where all space-time was annihilated outside the space-time line. Then, he moved all the human race to this new eternal space-time line, and resurrected some people who could not be resurrected in the past, and moved them all to the new eternal space-time line. In the days that followed, Yi Tian moved all the other creatures in the space-time line into his own eternal space-time line, and those ancient demon-level strongmen and ultimate ancient demons were also moved over by him, just as opponents for the human race. Doomsday Supreme and the others naturally entered the new eternal space-time line, and from then on they no longer had to worry about the final doomsday catastrophe. After dealing with everything, Yi Tian crossed many space-time lines and came to a small courtyard, where 5 people were waiting for him. 5 Taoist friends, here I come. Master of all laws and space, please take your seat and drink. This is the supreme wine that I have brewed for an entire time and space line. Yi Tian immediately took his seat, and 6 voices chatted here, and the voices spanned many time and space. This is the true eternity. The finale, she,